What's up, makeup minions? I'm Witte from WitteArtistry, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Creepy Makeup. Today I am doing a makeup inspired by a mix of different types of extreme cancers. So let's get into the tutorial. If you're squeamish, maybe this isn't for you. Massive shout out to my featured patrons, Bradley Shear, Dantastic. Thank you so much for going out of your way to do so much for me. You guys are amazing. Here's my design. Yes, I made my own face charts, mapped off of my face with a picture and then Photoshop and then a pen drawing and then scanning it. It was a big intricate process, but now I have images of my face as a makeup chart, which is really cool. So I'm going to start off this look by making myself look super sickly, a little bit emaciated and bluish, which is like you turn like a bluish gray tone when you're really ill. Your eyelids might get a little red. So I'm using some cream makeup just to go on the corners of my eyelids and darken up those dark circles, give myself a little contouring. And now I'm starting the basal cell carcinoma. So with a mixture of pink and purple and white, I'm creating the cauliflower shape and then adding more pink, a little bit of yellow, and then now a darker red into the deeper areas of this wound. Basically, guys, this stuff looks like an exploded flesh cauliflower blob. It's really gross. Look at a reference image if you can stomach it. I was looking at one that literally the patient waited way too long to go to the doctor, I swear to God. But this was literally what their face looked like. So I am creating shadows on the lower halves of each of the lumps. They kind of like branch out and have different hills and valleys. So I am shading those, adding brown to the mixture of red to create the dark areas. This is like an exposed piece of flesh, so there's lots of colors in it. It's not normal flesh, it's cancer, so there's a lot of yellows and grays and greens. It's got veins and everything. So now I'm adding highlights to the tops. This is going to make it shiny. This stuff is slick, it's exposed. Keep that in mind so you don't have to blend out the highlights as much as you normally do with makeups and stuff. So with a mixture of purple and red, I am tapping an area out on my chin and my forehead and my cheek that I decided are going to have the hair follicle tumors. So this is the red part, that's going to be the irritation. I put down a yellowy red color as the base for they look like horrible pimples. So for the base of those, and then add a highlight to the center of them to make them pop. You could use like a silicone to create three-dimensional ones if you'd like, but I wanted to do it all with an illusion. I decided that this look needed to be more extreme, so I'm adding some more of that basal cell carcinoma onto my forehead. So we got the pink with a slight bit of purple, got like the base down, and I've decided I needed more of the hair follicle cancer too, just to make this as extreme and as gross as possible. So put down the red, followed by the yellow-brown color with a highlight on top. And now I'm accentuating my veins with a really watered down blue. So the veins I naturally have, I just accentuated them to look more pale, more sick, because usually when you're on cancer treatment like dialysis and, wait, not dialysis, totally wrong thing, chemotherapy, you look very pale and sick and emaciated, so I wanted to accentuate that. Then with yellow, I am going over the thing on my forehead and then using dark red brown on the bottom, which is going to be where it's receding into the actual skin. So it's like cauliflower mass pops out of the split skin of these holes, and then the deepest holes is where the blood's going to be and coagulate and just fester and look gross. Adding some redness around my mouth and back around the bubbles under my cheek. Added a bit of red-brown to the lower side of all of the bumps just to add more shadow. And then a highlight of yellow-white to make the hair follicle cancer just look pussy and disgusting. Guys, this entire description is just terrible. This whole makeup is just gross. And basically it can look anything that you want it to, as long as the part that's lowest is darker because it's receding into space. And then the part that sticks out is highlighted because it's sticking outward into space. I'm adding another carcinoma on the other cheek that's smaller and more compact. Same process, the purpley pink color followed by yellow, followed by the dark brown red. And then I'll be going back and forth between the forehead one and the cheek one just to get it nice and poppy and realistic looking. I decided I wanted to add some of the boil-like stuff to my neck, so I prepped that area, highlighting the boils some more. They're not boils, but it's hard to say long cancer-related words over and over and over again for the voiceover. You get the point. All right, Keep outlining the undersides of the boils. Make them look nice and fleshy and irritated. Then I blend out that outline so it looks like the skin is really angry. And now I'm adding the stark highlights to the carcinomas and also the deep areas with that dark red brown color for the blood. I will be adding fake blood to this look. I usually don't use it, but I am doing it right now. I am dabbing it into the deepest areas that just need a little bit of that liquidy red color. Like there, the deepest crevices. And now I'm adding more of the hair follicle cancer onto my neck. Add the browns, add the yellows, blend out the reds. I'm adding some more highlights with a light pink. Basically just like finishing touches, and I wanted some more vein work, so I added that as well. Keep the blue super diluted. And then I made my nostrils all red because usually when you're really sick, you blow your nose a lot. So I used red cream around the base of my nose, just blended it out. Add some more highlights, and you are done. Thank you guys so much for sticking to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed this. This was disgusting. And just looking at my face right now kind of makes me uncomfortable, but that is the whole point of this. It is important to study real pictures of this stuff to get really good at painting something. Always use a reference photo, but please, when you're doing gore, be aware that looking up the photos is definitely disturbing. So please take that into consideration. Maybe just use SFX makeup art as references if you could get away with it. But yeah, I really hope you like this. This was quite enjoyable to paint. It's very freeing to do an illness and something that's really organic, because you can just mess up and it looks fine and keep going and adapting. This was originally going to just be these hair cell, hair follicle cancer bumps, and then this basal cell carcinoma with maybe a couple little bumps up here. And it mutated into having one over here, one going all the way across my forehead, having my entire face just look super gross, and then having all the blue added in. I really like it. I hope you guys do too. Thank you so much to my Patreon producers. Wah, 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 wah. Thank you guys for having my back and sponsoring what I do here. You guys are amazing. Your income I can count on, which is more than I can expect from anyone. So thank you for going out of your way to throw me a bone. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.